exercise your creative abilities to do whatever. Like whenever I enter my dream state, I can move objects in my dreams. I can create like these fireballs in my dreams. I can fight in my dreams. I can use swords in my dreams. Let me tell you why this is beneficial. The only reason why it's beneficial to stimulate creativity in your dreams and become physically active in your dreams is so that you can do this in your physical reality. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Lauren Ashley, and we're going to be talking about angels, and we're going to be talking about my spiritual journey thus far. So I did start back using the oracle cards just so that I can get messages from the spiritual realm, because lately I have been pushing and shunning the spiritual realm multiple times. And it's not like I'm meaning to do it, it's just a reflex, because I would get these dark psychic attacks, and it has been this way since I was a child. So just finally getting grace from the light source, just finally getting communication from the light source, the spiritual realm, the galactic family, the angels, Jesus Christ, etc., etc. I'm still a little bit on edge. So now what I'm trying to do is really dig into my heart, learn how to trust my heart and allow my heart to guide me, and just really trust in the universe that they're going to protect me no matter what. And so this is what I'm struggling with. So right now I am at a point where I just really need healing, and just really allowing the spiritual realm to heal my wounds, because I have really been affected by this during my spiritual journey. For some of you that do not know, there have been moments where I have been attacked by unclean spirits, dark spirits, because I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was doing things that I had no business doing. And I realized that there was just multiple things that I was doing. I was contacting other beings that I didn't know. I was trying to contact their higher self, and I have accrued a lot of their demons, and I was using oracle cards without clearing the space. I was using oracle cards without, praying for protection or closing any portals. Like, there was a lot of things that I just didn't know, and I would go days, weeks, even months just having my cards lay around without putting them away immediately after the reading has been done. So there was a lot of things that I have done that I just wasn't aware of, and that's what really brought in a lot of the dark energies. I can say that there was some things that had happened with me that was my fault, where I would be dark. Everything is energy, so if you're living your life being negative, that's going to accumulate as well. So now that everything has been cleared up, I am just trying to trust the light source. They've been really trying to communicate with me. There would be moments where they would talk to me, give me valuable wisdom and guidance, and then I would be really distraught and disturbed, and then I would try to clear them out with light. And so they're just like, you know what? Let me give her something to let her trust us. So they would do things like dropping portals in my room. They would have these angels surround me. They would use angels to heal me. Just stuff that allows me to see, believe, and trust. They had even made me fall into astral projection, where they had allowed me to go to the heavenly realm, where I was surrounded by two huge angelic beings radiating at such a high frequency. They would do so much to get me to trust. And I do trust and believe, the heavenly realm does exist. The light source, the angels, they do exist. They are real, and they come to help you. And I just find it very fascinating that they chose me to see it, like I was just so just taken aback by it. I was very surprised. Like usually when I undergo an out of body experience, I don't realize that I undergo an OBE until I actually wake up and just take a look around. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like I'm unconscious when it happens. And so I was like trying to figure out, you know what, am I initiating this OBE or are they initiating it, or are we both working together? And 9 times out of 10 they're initiating the OBE just as a way to have me experience this and as a way for them to communicate with me. And it was very different. Just imagine just being on planet Earth your entire life and suddenly you astral project into a heavenly realm and you're surrounded by these 2 huge angelic beings just radiating at its high frequency. It's shocking. It's a bit much. Like they were very loving. Like I felt their loving energy. So the love that they have do exist. And I just remember cringing up like this. Like their energy was so profound that the energy was radiating around my eyes and I was just squinting. And so I was beginning to wake up. So whenever I wake up, I disappear back into my body. So that's what happened. I woke up into my physical consciousness and I just felt that they were protecting me. So I was able to turn off the light and sleep more comfortably. So yes, I did get back into the oracle readings, and the very first card that I pulled was the initiation of fire. And in my previous videos, I talked about the initiation of fire. It started when I was in Brownsburg. I was really having a hard time trying to trust in the light source. And I was having a hard time trying to decipher what's light and what's dark. This was during a time of me developing my abilities, developing the clear knowing. You know, it was at its weakest stages. And it was such a huge process. And I wrote them a letter and I said, please give me something to help me decipher what's real, what's not real, what's genuine, what's not genuine. If there are beings that's trying to deceive me, please remove them, send them back to wherever they came from, and just allow them to ascend into the light. And so I think I have come into communication with either Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, or Archangel Metatron. All 3 of those angels deals with fire. And I honestly think that Archangel Uriel had something to do with it, because when I asked the question, like later on, I started to get images of the fiery sword swinging back and forth. This was during the time where Adam and Eve was casted out of the Garden of Eden, and the Garden of Eden was being blocked by the fiery sword, which then leads back to Archangel Uriel. So I believe that possibly, I'm like maybe 65% sure that it was Archangel Uriel that had given me the power of fire. And honestly, it has changed my life forever. Like, I don't feel the same anymore. Like, I feel that there's obviously something there. Like, every time I breathe, every time I eat, there's always this radiating energy that radiates from my navel chakra all the way up to my heart chakra. Like, it's very powerful, and I feel it every single day. And I just know that it's still in its beginning stages where it's trying to transform, but I just have to allow it to happen. I talked to my friend about it, and I told her, I was like, hey, you remember when we were talking about the whole thing with the fire? Well, this is the card that I pulled. And since I'm on live, I'll show you what the card is, but when I edit the video, I'm just gonna drop the picture in here. But this is what the card was. Initiation by fire. And they were right on the nose when they were basically talking about you have been initiated by fire. It has come from the heavenly realms. Your life has changed forever. Just really move